It's kind of funny how your mind works sometimes, in the sense that once you get near the end of something, that's when your mind wants to convince you to give up, or then that it's time to quit, right? So the example that I'm giving right now, if you've been to school or done any type of education in the public schooling system, private schooling system, whatever, you probably have final exams or a final exam week, right? Or maybe even midterms that happen right before a nice long break, a winter break, a spring break. Currently, this is the end of my junior year, and the summer of 2023 is coming up. Literally, this is the final week. I don't even have classes this week. I just have 3 exams to get through, and senioritis is kicking in. You know what senioritis is, where you kind of already have your diploma locked up, or you already know in your mind that you're going to graduate because it's senior year, second semester, and then you're already ready to just throw in the towel because you know that you're just going to graduate and then walk out and not ever have to worry about whatever class you're taking ever again. And I'm already kind of getting that at the end of my junior year, which for one, that's a pretty bad thing because I still have a whole another 2 semesters to get through, and that's probably going to be not a very fun time if I already feel like throwing in the towel, especially in university where it costs a lot of money to go to these schools, and I don't think treating it nonchalantly is the best way to go about making the most of the resources that I've been provided with or that I have available to me. So, one, getting senioritis and relating that to the bigger picture of giving up near the end is not a good thing. I think we can all agree on that. So when it comes to finishing what you said you would or following through on your tasks, one of the sayings that really stuck with me from my time running track in high school, I did pole vaulting, but I still trained with the sprinters. And so whenever we would do a drill, say it would be like 200-meter repeats, and that is not a fun drill, but the coaches would always tell us, or even stand at the finish line during the drill, and keep telling us and encouraging us to run through the line, don't run to the line, right? And that kind of analogy can be applied in this scenario, right? At the very end with finals week, you want to crush finals and blow through the end of the semester with flying colors, rather than doing really well up until now and then giving up and fumbling the bag when sometimes finals could be worth up to like 50% of your grade. So it doesn't really make sense to perform well and have yourself and your mind and your focus locked in for the whole duration of the 14 weeks of the semester, and then in the 15th week just drop the ball. That's not what we want to get through, or that's not how we want to conduct our life. That's not how we want to do anything, because there's also another saying where how you do anything is how you do everything, right? So if you always give up near the end, in track, if you don't run through the line, if you just run to it, and running to the line means that at the very end, if you see the finish line, you're going to start slowing down and pushing the brakes before then, because you know that the finish line is coming up, and you start getting tired and you're gassed, right? After running your ass off, essentially. So that's why they say to run through the line, not run to the line, because they know that if people are running to the line just to get there, you're going to inevitably sputter out and not give your full effort to cross the line, because that's the end destination, if that makes sense. Whereas if you're running through the line, you're keeping up that same effort that you were for the rest of the race or for the rest of your time running. So that's kind of the analogy that I want to apply here. Of course, I have to keep reminding myself, run through the line, don't run to the line. And it's hard in the moment to remember these things, but it's little sayings or little pieces of wisdom or advice that you have received in the past, or even that you tell yourself and need to remind yourself of, that will get you through the end goal. And especially with a thing like school, where it's temporary, like I know that at the end of the semester I'm going to get to go home, relax for a little bit, and then start up my internship. But it's just knowing that the end is near. My mind wants to trick me into giving up early, and I don't know why that is. I think there's like something to be said about training your brain to be someone who follows through no matter what you do. But as for now, I haven't reached that point, and I feel like giving up. So just got to remind yourself, run through the line, don't run to the line. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Remember to stay on target.